anyway, here we are again. There's Donna. She's been missing in action for a little bit. And anyway, we just thought we'd make a quick video of some things been going on and stuff like that. Everybody knows that I've been laid off for a while. That's where all this right here is coming from. So just ignore that. But anyway, so what have you been doing, babe?
I'm doing a project, something that you don't like, deconstructing the book.
Yeah. Take these glasses off here real quick. Go ahead.
I took out 300 pages out of this book. I did leave the binding this time on this one. And the theme of it is sewing. And I used the pages itself as the base for the pockets and to do the decorations. And the scrapbook paper, and it's got material scraps in it. It's going to be a pretty neat little book. This is a new one for me to make, and I'm excited to get done with it. But I do have a video. I am making videos of this book, step by step, how I make it.
And where you can find that
At Enchanting Mist, Donna Hicks on YouTube, or Enchanting Mist on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah, we'll try to put it. I remember. I'll try to put that in the comments as well. So maybe a link or something where you can kind of jump back and forth on that. So what else? Is that about it? Did you, as far as craft wise?
As far as craft wise, yes.
Okay. Well, I've been kind of slacking a little bit. I've been busy. I've been kind of slacking as far as woodworking and this and that. I've been working in the yard. Been wanting to paint I got a little shed out back that is it's black right now. Just got a new roof put on it, and think about doing a little painting on that. I'm gonna do a red door, like a barn red door with, and then paint the rest of it brown. Kind of match my wood shop, minus the red door. And but we don't know when it's gonna rain. They keep calling for a little bit yesterday. They called for some today. They don't know. We got tomorrow.
Rain tomorrow, I think, unless it changes.
Yeah. So, but this is Oklahoma, you know. So there ain't no telling.
We can have 4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that is my the thing that I'm kind of getting in my mind and everything to start working on is doing that. And then as far as woodworking goes, I am fixing to make it's gonna be a box with on the outside it's gonna be the cedar closet lining like I did in the chest in one of the videos I did previous, and do the outside of that and have a lid and everything for me to put my charcoal and chimney starter and all that stuff in there. Where I can still keep it out there on the patio, but it's not all scattered around looking like trash. So
yeah. Dog eating it.
Yeah. So we really didn't have a whole lot to say on this video. We just hadn't made one together in quite a while.
Yeah.
The other day I did, or yesterday, as a matter of fact, I cooked a brisket. And I actually tried something new. As everybody knows, I watch Food Network when I get a chance and stuff. So I kind of got a couple of ideas off of a couple of those shows. I did use my same rub that I always use that I explained in one of my videos before. With the cayenne, the cumin, the salt, the pepper, the garlic, all equal measurements. But then I added a little bit of cinnamon, and anyway, rubbed it on both sides of the of the brisket, and then added some, packed the side that had the fat on it. I packed it kind of pretty decent with brown sugar, and then I poured coffee over top of it. So it set in the with a strong. We have a Keurig. Is that what it's called? Keurig, whatever that word is. We do have one of those pots, and so I put it on the espresso deal, and I did it like 4 or 5 times with our coffee, and try to make it as stout as I could, and then put it in there, and then sit in there probably a good 12 hours, I know.
Yes.
And then I just put it in the oven about 250 for about a couple hours, and then finished it up on the grill. And the fire and everything kind of caramelized the brown sugars and everything, and really had a good flavor. Had a little, I did add some cinnamon sticks.
Cinnamon sticks.
You know,
Yep.
and you kind of think, well, cinnamon on brisket. Well, you had a little bit of hint. You could smell the cinnamon, but you really just tasted like a little bit here and there. But you tasted it in all the other seasonings, and then I used the crushed red pepper or cayenne pepper, you know, and just a little, about half of what I used of the other spices. So every once in a while you get that little bit of a heat index there, but it wasn't hot at all. I mean, you know, it just brought out the other flavors, and the coffee really did a justice on it, I think.
It really is
I
good.
definitely do it again. So,
Yes.
the
juices. What are you gonna do with the juices that was
oh, okay,
with
yeah.
this brisket?
What I did was the pan that I had it in the refrigerator in with the coffee and everything. After I cooked it in the oven, I took it out, let it cool, and I poured the juices into a airtight container. Then I put the brisket on the grill. The juices in the container consisted of, you know, of course, the brown sugars and the coffee and the cinnamon and whatever other spices. Then it had a little bit of that oil or grease that came off the fats, you know, the
Brisket.
yeah, the brisket juice, you know.
Yep.
And so the other day we went to the same day we bought the brisket, we went to a meat market we have here in town, and got the brisket, and we got 2 of the German stuffed pork chops. And so I think what we'll do is instead of me throwing that on the grill, we're gonna cook them in the oven. It is stuffed with some type of German sausage and some other spices, and I think it's bacon wrapped as well.
Yeah, that's new to us.
Yeah, so we're gonna try it, but the juices that we took off the brisket, I think I'm gonna put it in a pan because it's probably a good cup and a half or 2 cups worth. We'll put it in a pan and kind of reduce it down a little bit to where it's not a syrup, but yet it's all condensed a little more. And then probably add some butter to it and make it just kind of a nice sauce, if you will, to put over. I think with all those other flavors, mix it with the pork, because pork, anything sweet or anything like that goes really good with pork. So I think
Kind of like a jus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. I mean, it is all jus. It's just it has the other spices and stuff as well. And so I think we're going to do that. We may put it on the side, that way we can kind of taste just the pork itself, and then also have that au jus or that sauce on the side to try it. So that's what we're going to do tonight, I believe. So.
With some of them good old homemade baked beans.
Oh yeah. I did make some baked beans. I actually cooked some pintos, not the canned beans. I actually cooked these, you know, the way you're supposed to be, and then did my baked beans, which basically, I guess it really depends on where you're from and stuff. But your basic starter for baked beans is your mustard, onion, a little ketchup, and some brown sugar and bacon. I mean, that's your basics, you know. I added, you know, a little extra garlic and some Tabasco, and I think a little more onion, I believe it was. So it turned out really good flavor.
Yes.
And we still got some. We took some brisket and some little baked beans over to my mom's today, so she can have something different to eat tonight. And so that is what we've been doing. You know, doing a little cooking, a little cleaning, fixing to do some weed eating. And I'm hoping this last mow, or maybe either one last mow or maybe one more after that, I think, before we start getting into the cold temperatures and ain't got to mow no more.
It may be the last mow.
Yes, it may be.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of hoping for, but.
Yeah.
So,
it's not growing as fast as it was.
yeah, yeah. All right, well, there's a couple of things that I want to throw out there, and it's not really, it's just a couple of things that I like on YouTube, a couple of channels that I found, and I'll try to put the links down on the subscription. But everybody that listens to these knows that I like the positive and the fun and all that. You kind of get your mind off of what's going on in the crazy world right now. So a couple of YouTube channels that I ran across and really enjoy and subscribe to immediately, and I'll probably end up going blank here in a minute, but Woodworkers Web, the channel there, it's I cannot pronounce his last name. I mean, I can, but it's hard. So anybody that likes woodworking or making jigs and stuff for your wood shop is really good. I think his last name's Connect or something like that. So really, I really enjoy it. I like the way he puts his videos out and the way he produces everything, makes things amazing. And then there was Adventures of TNT, which is a couple on there. They do every once in a while. It is a couple. I think it's a husband and wife, but every once in a while it'll be her and her mother, or him and a friend, or whatever. But basically, they get comments from people as far as music wise, and so they watch the video or they listen to the song and then they do a commentary on it, basically. But it's really good because this is a African American couple, and the only reason I'm saying that is because the very first video that I watched when I found it was "I Will Always Love You" by Dolly Parton, and they knew who Dolly was. They knew, she had big boobs, all that stuff, but they didn't know really nothing about her music. And they found out that she actually wrote that song, that it wasn't
Whitney
Houston. It was actually Dolly Parton who wrote that song. They was just blown away. And so that's the only reason I even mentioned their color. Is because of that. It's because, and then also they listened to or tried some, Metallica and AC/DC and some death metal. And, I don't know. but if you like that type of stuff, and they do a really good job. They make it fun and very friendly. It seems like, you can always tell the type of person by seeing the way they talk to each other, the way they move, the way they, their gestures, things like that, whether they're a good person or they're just full of it. And they seem like a pretty good, friendly couple,
Down to earth.
Yeah, down to earth. So that is another one. I'll try to put it down there. Adventures of TNT. And then, of course, some of my favorites, I guess, is The Modern Road, which is kind of almost like the Mythbusters, but not quite as crazy. I kind of like it because does different things. And then, what's the other one? There's one that's really, that, can't remember. So, anyway, the only other one I can tell you that I really enjoy and pretty much have any of his videos, and that is Gordon Ramsay, world-renowned chef. And I've seen a couple of videos where people try to say that he don't know what he's doing and stuff, but all you gotta do is watch him, listen to him, and know that he's good-hearted. Hell's Kitchen is what we've been kind of tied on here about the last week or so on YouTube.
From season 10.
Yeah, we went from season 1 all the way to season 10, and come around midnight, it's like, okay, after this one I'm going to bed, and then something happens, and that one is like, now I gotta watch another.
To watch the next episode.
So, but Gordon Ramsay is a very, very good guy, kind-hearted. All Hell's Kitchen shows another side of him, but he's that way because of not only that whoever he picks to win is going to represent him, but also represent the chef that they go to work for, or the restaurant, or whatever, and then the money that's involved. And so he wants to make sure that he has the right one. So it is kind of like a military boot camp. A lot of them say that a lot of it is set up and everything. Who cares, So.
It's kind of funny when we went to Las Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Hell's Kitchen is right there, and we didn't go.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a Hell's Kitchen in Vegas and one in LA, and I don't know.
New York.
But Gordon Ramsay, I was watching one of the shows on one of the series, and one of the contestants says, Gordon full of crap and don't know what he's doing and blah blah. I don't know. Well, put it this way. Everybody's got their own opinions, but for a man that has restaurants all over the world, not just over there where he's from or over here, but all over the world, you gotta know something. So it don't make no sense to me. But I would do anything to meet Gordon Ramsay and shake his hand one time. I'd love it for him to get under his belt and have him teach me a thing or two. So, but
that would be awesome.
Yeah, that's So, what else you got, baby?
I am starting another YouTube channel. This channel is for kids, and it's called Mimi's Fun Time. And what I'm going to be doing is reading children's books to all the little kids out in the world.
Sounds interesting. She mentioned that to me a couple weeks ago, and it's like, well, it sounds pretty good, everything. And so she got on there and started searching YouTube, and there's really not anything on YouTube as far as somebody just actually reading, to somebody, and so, I know a lot of kids nowadays, they're tied up into electronics and this and that, and they don't read or whatever. But there's still those few little kids that like a bedtime story or like a nice little story.
Something for a rainy day. Hey,
Yeah.
turn me on. I'll read your book.
So when do you say you usually put these on?
October the 3rd will be the first one.
That's on Saturday.
Yes.
Okay. And you said you usually put them on every Saturday?
Yes.
Okay.
Every Saturday.
So October 3rd on Saturday, and then every Saturday after that, she'll do. I did talk to her about one. I don't know if she will or not. I guess it depends on how well she's enjoying this other, but to still children's book, okay, but find one that is big, a little bit bigger, maybe not, not a novel or nothing like that, just a thicker,
Like Charlotte's Web.
yeah, like Charlotte's Web or something like
I
that.
love that
And
book.
maybe do a 1 or 2 part, series type deal. And maybe, she might be able to do it, on 2 Saturdays or whatever. So, but she'll deal with all that. I'll just help her with maybe some editing and things like that. But other than that, it's all on her, and she's gonna read whatever, and hopefully get a good. So just go get your kids, your grandkids, your great grandkids, your whatever, and tell your friends, and hey, at least 30 minutes a day, in the mornings or whatever, they can listen to a nice story before they start their day, or a nice story before they go to bed. So
yes, the link he will post it probably on this channel.
Yeah.
On Facebook, I will put it on my Facebook page.
Yeah. We're working on it right now. We got the channel set up. The banner I don't really care for as far as this type of deal. So I am looking for another one right now. It's just like an ocean scene or a marina scene. It's pretty, it's just not, it's just not for kids. I found a couple banners and stuff I was gonna put, but they was the wrong size, and so I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit. So if you do happen to go there, October 3rd, just ignore the banner itself for right now until we get that taken care of. So I'm working on trying to make sure that everything gets tied in, and everything that where it gets put out there is as soon as possible and as big as possible. I like to see, I like to be able to see it go, go pretty far. So, but anyway, I don't know. I can't see the timer from here. But that's pretty much all I've got. It's been cloudy all day, a little warm, a little humid, and
Never know, it might rain tonight.
yeah. So I don't really have a whole lot more to say on my side.
Well, y'all just watch out for my videos on my enchanting mist for my new way of deconstructing a book that you don't like.
I'm still afraid that Federali's going to be knocking on my door anytime, but
And I do have 2 of them that will be coming up for sale on my enchanting mist on Facebook, or they can just private message me, and I can tell them where to send the money, how to send the money, and get an address and ship it to them.
yeah. And think about these deconstruction books. I mean, I make fun of it, all the time, but basically what they are is a book that is actually a scrapbook. So it could be, it could be bought for anybody, whether it be for a teenager or or even for little kids, I guess, for certain, like for the first baby book, that type of deal.
Right.
But all the little slits and the little decorations and all that stuff. It has plenty of spaces for pictures and notes and whatever. So it works good. Even a like this one that she's working on right now. I would say it'd be good for maybe a wedding present or something. But just because not necessarily because of the name of the book or the story in the book, but the spaces and everything that you can put in there without having to do a bunch of gluing and taping like you would for a regular scrapbook. All the work's done for you. All you gotta do is figure out where you want those pictures or love letters or whatever put, and then it can be set out on your table or on a bookshelf or boxed up for your kids or grandkids or whatever. So
The one for the children has the full story in it, so they can show their child, as they're showing the pictures, they can read them the story, so.
yeah, that was good, you know, a good deal on that, because they can actually hear the story or read the story or whatever, and then put their own pictures or their own little coloring deals or,
Anything in
you know, whatever. All their, hide all their report cards with the F's, you know. We can hide them in there and nobody. Of course, I think all that's electronic now, so, you know.
it. Exactly.
No more faking mama's signature. So, anyway, that's about all we got. I don't know if it's gonna rain or not, but, this is Oklahoma, so ain't no telling it, and just look for me on this channel, whenever I decide to get the gumption to throw something out there, whether it's just, talking to you as my friends, or actually showing you something, and watch for her on her 1,600 different channels, and,
Watch for his videos.
yeah, watch my videos. Like I said, you know, I want you to subscribe. I want you to hit the like button and the bell and all that stuff. And
Leave a comment down below.
yeah, leave a comment. I mean, I want you to do all that stuff, but
Share.
I don't care if you just turn it on and pop open a beer or a Dr. Pepper or whatever and laugh your tail off at me. I don't care. That's you know, just hit that subscribe before you do.
Yep. Share it.
I'd like to be able to see a bunch of subscribers, just to have a good feeling that there is somebody out there laughing at me or laughing with me or making fun of me or
Yeah.
whatever.
You just don't know what our next video is gonna be about.
Yeah.
You gotta come watch us.
Now, I've been watching this video on YouTube, how to do the watermelon crawl. So might watch out for that now. Not this boy. So anyway, y'all have a good day. Be safe out there.
Bye.